Hello, this is Matt Cannon with my thoughts of the day. Just want to come to you and just share a few of the things that I've been pondering here recently. And we still have the COVID situation going on, and I haven't done a video in a couple weeks, but everything is going good. But I've been thinking of something that I've just been poring over, and I want to share it with you. And it's, again, just like the last recording I did, it's a Naval Ravikant quote. And there's a thing where he says, and it's true that everything can be taught. It's not true that everything can be taught. In fact, the most interesting things can't be taught, but everything can be learned. And he says, the skills you really want can't be taught, but can be learned. And then he says, specific knowledge cannot be taught, but it can be learned. So it's this whole idea of specific knowledge. The skills you really want can't be taught, but they can be learned. And right now we have an interesting, unprecedented time, really, where for the first time in a long time, many kids are doing school from home. Teachers are having to shift. Teachers are doing Zoom classes, and they're basically presenting the class to the students remotely. And I'm very pro-teacher. I think teachers serve a very positive, influential role model, and they're very important. So this is not to be against teaching in any way, shape, or form. It's just to bring up a point that the things you really want to know, the skills you really want, can't be taught, but they can be learned. And this is where I think it's a very unique time in history where we have the chance to really set up future generations for success. Amidst this very trying, difficult time, I know if you're watching this and it's around April of 2020, April 3rd today, to be exact, of 2020, it's in the evening, but it's really one of those situations where things are tough for a lot of people. We're on quarantine, people have to stay. I still come out in nature. And I have these times to just walk and think, and also to do the recordings and to go through the various things that are on my mind. But I don't want to deny that it's hard for a lot of people. And I said it before, and I'll say it again, if you can keep your head when all those around you are losing theirs and blaming it on you, you're going to be in a much better place. And don't go by sight and don't have limitations. But in the same breath, right now we're in a different era. Kids are learning from home and teachers are teaching remotely. And so it's a perfect time for this concept to go mainstream. No, not everything can be taught, and those very important skills are learned. Do you think Elon Musk learned what he knows in school? No, he learned it afterwards. He learned it on his own. He learned it through his curiosity. He learned it through his just vigorous techniques and his ongoing learning. You know, one of the things that Elon said is when he was asked how he started a rocket company, how he started an electric car company, how he started a solar company, how he started a boring company, and his response was simply, I read books. He said, I read books. And when you think of it like that, and you think of this, how specific knowledge, how the most important skills can't be taught, but they can be learned, and that frames it to the point where teachers, and to teachers, this is to you especially, and I don't say this to put pressure on you, because that's the whole point. You can't have the weight of the world on your shoulders. You have to teach kids how to learn. Bill Belichick said this when he went to this cadet school that he went to. He said he learned how to learn. And that's the whole idea, is we're teaching kids to learn how to learn. And adults, it's the same thing. It's important. It's a very underestimated skill to learn how to learn. And so while things are going on, I know things are hard. Most importantly, keep your health. You know, the things that I'm doing right now is I am taking a lot of vitamin C. I'm taking 5,000 milligrams of vitamin C every day. It's in a powder form, ascorbic acid. I'm using the Solar Ray version. I'm also doing vitamin D every day, and right now it's a chewable, and I'm doing about 2,000 milligrams of that. And I'm also doing vitamin A, and I'm soon to be doing some zinc, but I'm not doing that yet because I'm waiting on an order to come through. But you got to keep your health up. That's the most important thing. Drink lemon and water, warm water, and that helps kind of wash out things that may be in your it coats your throat. The COVID is supposed to coat your throat. And so by drinking warm water, the lemon is like an antiseptic, and the warm water kind of washes anything that might be in the throat down and helps it go down into the stomach and bypass the lungs, because it's an RNA respiratory virus, and it gets into your lungs. So those are some things that I've been doing, and I would suggest you do the same thing. Get a good night's sleep. Get out in nature, get fresh air. Even though you're on quarantine, doesn't mean you can't get out and get fresh air. I've been coming out and getting fresh air. I'm obviously on my own right now. I'm out here in the middle of nowhere, and so I don't feel any worry about doing that. And as long as you're maintaining distance, masks a lot of times are looked down upon and as not being maybe 100%, but nothing's 100%. If you can get even 50%, 70% of blocking, that's a positive thing too. I ordered some recently, but you can make it simply out of a cloth, a handkerchief. I got the Origin ones that go over your face, and you can put a filter in there, and I got a little vacuum filter to go in that. But do smart things, take care of yourself, but especially right now, just not everything can be taught, but everything can be learned. So teachers, as you're transitioning into this new type of teaching, try to do things to inspire students. Don't just give them a lesson plan. Give them things where they realize that they have to take their own learning into their hands. And that's not a bad thing. It doesn't mean that you're antiquated or you're not going to have a place. It simply means we're reframing it and putting it where there's certain things you teach, but not everything can be taught. And the most interesting things, the most specific knowledge those are the things that need to be learned. And to do that, you need to learn how to learn. And it's a skill that many kids are not aware of. Many of adults are not aware of it either. So it's just my thoughts. Everyone stay safe. Hopefully this helps you a little bit. But this is Matt Cannon. These are my thoughts of the day. Signing out.